JH Sports and Entertainment.
Hi guys, welcome back once again. Welcome back. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the channel and watching today. I appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who watches. I really do. Wanted to do a video today. First of all, it's been a lovely day. It's been a nice sunny day for a change here in the UK. It makes a nice change. Lovely hot weather. So just went out for my my routine exercise before there. Nice walk, and it makes a change. So makes everything better when the weather's nice, especially in the UK. So anyway, apart from that, yeah, wanted to do a video about welterweight boxing, right? And matches that you want to see, matches that we want to see. Who is the best at the weight? Who is the best at the weight? You know, for me, it's obviously it's pretty dry and cut. It's Errol Spence all day long. You know, tremendous, just unbelievable boxer. I can't, you know, it's just hard to put into words how good Errol Spence actually is at at his craft and how good he is. He really is just supreme, just a genius almost. You know, he's that good. But it's another hot division, another hot boxing division. You know, we've mentioned before that on my channel the heavyweights and how. You know how hot the heavyweight division is, and how the buzz about the heavyweights, and the kind of the aura that the heavyweight division has, and the eyeballs that it gets. You know, but I think that the welterweight division is steaming hot too. You know, there really is a lot of talent in there. You know, a lot of talent. I mean, what matches you've even got you've even got Manny Pacquiao who's still looking good. He's not like he used to be. Absolutely not. Is he like he was? No, he's not. No, he's not. I'm not suggesting that at all. But Manny Pacquiao is still doing the business. I mean, did you watch the fight? Did you watch the Keith Thurman fight? I watched the fight, and he beat Keith Thurman, who's in his prime, and you know, Manny beats him. And listen, what a legend, right? Manny Pacquiao was. The thing is, and I know this is another thing, right? This is a discussion that people are going to say. People have talked about it a lot. Many have agreed, many disagree, whatever. But I think that if Manny Pacquiao had have got the fight with Mayweather earlier, who knows what would have happened, right? I'm not taking anything away from Floyd as a boxer. You know, I think Floyd is probably one of to ever lace the gloves up. I really do think that. I'm not a big fan of him outside of the ring, and the other stuff that he does outside of the ring. Not so much. I'm not so much of a fan. But I can't deny that. I couldn't deny and say that. That he wasn't one of the greatest boxers to ever live. I can't, I go with my, what I see is I go by what I see. So I'm not gonna take anything away from Floyd. A tremendous talent, you know, tremendous, one of the greatest ever. Lace him up, he is that without question. You know, who can deny that? Who can deny that? But what would have happened to, the Manny Pacquiao fight, if that had have happened, many years previously? I enjoyed the fight. I know I'm going to get back to the current crop of welterweights in a second, but while I'm on this subject for a minute, if when the fight did happen, I really enjoyed the fight, and we all know what happened about the shoulder. Manny, I believe, needed a shot in his shoulder, some type pain injection or something, but he wasn't allowed it. There was something like that happened. But anyway, regardless, Floyd beat him like Floyd beat everybody, you know. I tell you what, I was pleased with, like I said about Floyd. I was pleased when Floyd beat Conor McGregor, because I just didn't like the way. I didn't like the kind of. I just didn't like the build up to the fight with McGregor and Floyd. I didn't like McGregor's behaviour. I just got a bad feeling. I just got a bad feeling towards him for some reason, and that's only one time I've really thought that Floyd, come on, get him. I really hope you win, and he did. Like Floyd beat everybody. So is Floyd one of the best boxers ever? Yes, he is. Is he number one? No, he's not. Not in my opinion. Is he one of them? He's top 10 guy? Absolutely. Not going to deny that. Anyway, right, so back to the current welterweights. So, yeah, we mentioned Errol Spence, and of course, Terence Crawford, again, tremendous talent, unbelievable. These guys, I mean, the Errol Spences and the Terence Crawfords and things, boxers like that, these are once in a generation fighters. once in a generation fighters. They really are. So we mention it in the heavyweights, don't we? We'll say that somebody like Tyson Fury is he once in a generation fighter? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Many, listen, to get into that elite club, right? To get into that elite club, to be that, it's a small number of people who currently boxing in the world, boxers on the planet, that are once in a generation fighters. There's not many of them, but I think it's really intriguing, really interesting. Is the welterweight division to me? I know that I especially like the welterweight division because I think the pace of the fights is really they're fought at a really high pace as well, and I enjoy that in boxing. I enjoy the skill of it, and the pace is really. The lower you go down in the weight, the higher the pace of the fight seem to be. If you get what I'm saying. So, I really do. I really, and like I say, I'm still so pleased with Manny, how well he's still doing. Like I say, I mean, he's close to the end, right? Manny Pacquiao's close to the end. But another boxer that's ranked, and to be honest, I'm not really familiar with him. Maybe you guys are, and it's Sebastian. Is it Formella? Sebastian Formella. To be honest, I'm not really too familiar with him. Maybe you guys can kind of educate me on him and how good he is. But I've heard that he's ranked. People rank him and rate him pretty high. It's red hot. The division is red hot. It's just there is mouth-watering fights to come in the welterweight division. I'm sure you guys will agree. I mean, who's the favorite? Yeah, to me, it's definitely Errol Spence without question. Errol Spence for sure. I think he's the very best. I think it's hard to argue against that. Hard to argue that he isn't the best. I think most people on their pound for pound list are gonna have Errol Spence up there, but. Of course, there are many others in the division. The reason I say that it's red hot is because the talent pool is really high. Of course, Garcia's there. They're a tremendous fighter as well. Garcia in his own right. Funny enough, I just watched this morning. I watched Garcia when he fought Amir Khan, and he really give Amir Khan a beating on that one. So yeah, anyway, Garcia, great talent, good. Another tremendous fighter, Ortiz Jr.'s there, Hooker, of course, there's is it Prograis? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it. You probably know who I mean. I'm probably pronouncing that name wrong. McKinson, of course, from the UK, Clay from South Africa, I believe, and the other American Ennis. So I'm trying to think of the name the Japanese welterweight as well. Beppu, I think it's Beppu, something like that. So, welterweights hot. Welterweights hot. Always been a fan of welterweights from the past, especially the past as well. When you go back to the 80s and all that sort of stuff, in the 70s, and the welterweight division has always been, like I say, always a fast-paced weight division. And I think, like I say, I think you could put someone like Errol Spence in pretty much any era, and I think he would do extremely well. I think he would do extremely well. So, the more, listen, when it resumes, it's going to be exciting. I'm just I'm just so excited for the return of the box, the return of life, really, the return of normality back in life. Like I said on a previous video, I keep mentioning it. I know I keep saying it, but it's just I'm just itching for it to go back to the way it was. It's just gets you down sometimes, but you try and keep your spirits up, and that's why I do these videos, and I do watch YouTube videos, and I watch fights, and I watch all this stuff because I just like to keep busy. And if you've got the mind frame like me, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I love welterweights. I'll be doing other videos as well on other weight classes, and we'll go more in depth in the matchups that we have. I'll certainly go into more. I'll go more in depth into these matchups, and I'll be doing a hell of a lot more on this channel and content and building this channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.